Since airdropping onto the scene in 2017, Fortnite Battle Royale has become one of the most popular players versus player games available. Hi, I'm Jacob with the Leaderboard, and today we're taking a closer look at Epic Games' sleeper hit. Find yourself a chug jug and polish up on that bolt-action sniper rifle because we're about to hit you with 107 facts about Fortnite Battle Royale. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to become part of our notification squad. Excluding mods to other games, Fortnite Battle Royale was the first free-to-play Battle Royale game. Fortnite released on September 26, 2017 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Battle Royale is the rare spin-off that managed to beat its predecessor, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, to market. The original co-op survival version of Fortnite, now known as Save the World mode, was announced in 2011 and began its paid early access period in July of 2017. It's common knowledge that Battle Royale and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds have a lot in common. That's because Battlegrounds, better known as PUBG to its fans, was what originally prompted Epic Games to make a Battle Royale game. It's even right there in the official game announcement, with Epic stating that they loved Battle Royale games like PUBG so much that they thought it would make an excellent foundation for a title of their own. When Epic made its first pre-E3 announcement about Fortnite in June of 2017, the game was directionless. It had been in production for years with little to show. At that time, the only playable version was the Save the World mode. The seeds of greatness were there, it's just not entirely evident. Battle Royale's development was incredibly brief. Epic Games' head of publishing, Ed Zobrist, said the team began working on Battle Royale right after the official release of Save the World in July of 2017. Battle Royale released in September of 2017, only 2 months after Save the World. The team had the benefit of the original Fortnite's assets, but to get the game done fast and well, design lead Eric Williamson and producer Zach Estep said that they had to be extremely careful with what they used in regards to features. Estep and Williams also had a hard and fast rule for the team: no asking what if. Williamson explained that time was so short the team had to focus on what already existed and what else was needed to make a Fortnite PvP. Imagining cool, crazy things to be tested or developed was not a priority. That came after. Epic managed to develop Battle Royale quickly by separating the PvP team from Fortnite's central Save the World team, so the Battle Royale crew could focus entirely on the new mode with complete creative control. They were assisted by Epic's proverbial PvP crew, the Unreal Tournament team, who came to help work on Fortnite's Battle Royale mode. The development team dropped most of Save the World's traps and weapons tuning, changing crafting into scavenging, making gameplay easier to pick up and faster to play. The traps currently available in Battle Royale bear little resemblance to their Save the World counterparts. Battle Royale condensed some of the standard traps from Save the World into the damage trap introduced in version 2.0. Fortnite Battle Royale originally had more traps that dealt damage. The Ceiling Zapper, Wall Dynamo, and Spike Trap were available for players to use pre-version 2.0, and in fashion with their names, the Ceiling Zapper, Wall Dynamo, and Spike Trap could only be placed on the ceiling, walls, and floors respectively. As mentioned before, these were replaced by the Damage Trap, which you could put on all 3 surfaces. Early in Battle Royale's life, we had 2 jump pads, the Directional Jump Pad and the Upwards Jump Pad. The Directional Jump Pad launched players horizontally in the direction they were facing, while the Upwards Jump Pad launched players vertically, similar to the Launch Pad. These 2 jump pads allowed players to jump and not take any damage. The Directional and Upward Jump Pads were condensed into the handy Launch Pad, which launches players upward and allows them to reuse their parachutes. Unlike the other 2 jump pads, once you hit the floor though, you will take damage, and possibly die. As for the Cozy Campfire, it's only a trap if you like being healthy and toasty, as it heals everyone sitting around it. Meanwhile, over in Save the World, there's flame grills, floor freezes, ceiling zapper, all sorts of fun stuff. Initially, the Battle Royale team wasn't sure how or if players would use the building mode, but it stands as one of the game's most notable features. On February 21st, 2018, Battle Royale introduced a new building mode in their 3.0 update. The new mode, Turbo, allows players to build through some obstructions, auto-switches materials, and doesn't require a separate click for each piece. That said, different materials can make or break a battle. When you first put walls up, it starts off with a portion of full health, taking a few seconds to finish building. At full health, a wood wall is weakest with 580 HP. Bricks is a little stronger at 870 HP, and metal's most durable with 1160 HP. But weaker walls still have their strengths. Wall durability is proportional to the time it takes to build. The higher a wall's HP, the longer it takes to build. That means that an incomplete wood wall starts at 100 health points, more than an unfinished brick or metal wall at 70 health points. In practical terms, that means a new wood wall can take 2 shotgun blasts to a new brick or metal one. In conclusion, save wood for the middle of crossfire and firefights and hold off using brick and metal for stronger fortifications down the road. Battle Royale may have been trapped behind a paywall if Epic stuck to its initial release plan. Originally, Battle Royale was set to be an optional PvP mode within Save the World. Zobrist stated the decision to break the game out on its own and make it free came only 2 weeks before the launch of Battle Royale. The decision was so last minute, Epic issued refunds to players who purchased the game solely for its Battle Royale mode between September 12th through the 20th. They announced the change in pricing on September 20th, just a mere 6 days before the mode was set to launch. The Epic team actively attempted to avoid the pitfalls of pay-to-win since way back in 2014, even before Battle Royale was even a twinkle in Epic's eye. Producer Robert COLLUM said that the goal was always that free players would have the same experience as paying players if they were willing to invest some time. So far so good, fans took a liking to Battle Royale's current plan of seasonal battle passes. Once about every 2.5 months, a new battle pass releases. For those just starting, the smallest amount of V-Bucks purchasable is 1,000, equivalent to about $9.99. V-Buck bundles go all the way up to 10,000 V-Bucks for $99.99. The purchase comes with immediate skins, bonuses, and more, but best of all, players can earn more V-Bucks while playing the game. If players rank up their battle pass before it expires, they'll have enough to cover the next season's purchase just by playing, without worrying about laying out cold hard cash to keep up with the game's updates. The pass also comes with weekly challenges, different tasks or puzzles that switch up gameplay from the classic last man standing, such as visiting every gas station on the map in a single game, or locating then following a treasure map hidden in a house. This feature also benefits players who haven't paid for the pass, since that means that a good chunk of pass gamers won't always be playing the same game. A drop spot completely isolated one week might end up swarmed with people the next, and no matter whether you have a pass or not, it's still every man for himself. Epic's plan continues to work in their favor. In February of 2018, Battle Royale surpassed its main competitor and inspiration, PUBG, in total revenue, with Battle Royale raking in $126 million to PUBG's $103 million. The Battle Pass grew in size during Fortnite's third season, with 30 more tiers added and bringing the total to 100. This means more loot and entirely new cosmetics categories, including skydiving trails, loading screens, and fancy back bling. Epic claimed that the issue was a last-minute design conflict, and to make up for it, they launched their first Teams of 20 mode, where 100 players are divvied up into 5 teams of 20. Jetpacks are still coming soon. Battle Royale's new updates section mentioned them with the tantalizing tagline, "Take the fight to new heights." In late February of 2018, Epic said they were replacing the scheduled jetpack release with an updated hunting rifle, allowing any hope of jetpacks to fly away. Details about the jetpack have been scarce. No one's exactly sure what the jetpack will do or how it will affect gameplay, but odds are that it's functional and not cosmetic. If some of the Season 3 skins look familiar, you're not experiencing deja vu. Some of the skins have a heavy pop culture inspiration. Storm Scavenger Tier 23 outfit Rust Lord seems similar to Guardians of the Galaxy's Star-Lord, which would fit with the overall space vibe for the pass. And if you take a closer look at his jacket, yep, that's an Unreal patch on there. The engine Fortnite runs on. Though the Dark Voyager skin evokes a 70s vibe, it most closely resembles the glowing outfits of Tron, and more specifically Tron Legacy, crossed with a little sprinkle of the film's composers, Daft Punk. The Hired Guns Tier 100 Reaper lists itself as Vengeance for Hire and bears a strong resemblance to John Wick's titular mercenary. Epic is all about apt names with places like Flush Factory, a bathroom and toilet factory. By going there, you'll find some very special porta-potties that change color to blue and purple when you dance in front of them. And the fun never ends! If you press the interact button, they'll start overflowing. Maybe don't push your luck on that button, though. But if you want a poo with a view, head up on the hills just outside the factory. At the top, you'll find a toilet in its natural habitat, the jungle. Near Flush Factory's front door, you'll find some portraits hanging on the wall. If you're in need of stone resources, pickaxing these portraits will net you around 30 stone, which is pretty good considering how small those portraits are. Battle Royale has plenty of hidden references to other Epic games. If you head into the second house on the left in Pleasant Park and head upstairs to the first room on the left, you'll see several posters featuring original art from Epic's 1999 game Unreal Tournament, including the game's map and some characters. For a weird, unexplained Easter egg, head on over to the houses next to Greasy Groves and check out the TV in the living room. If you get close, it'll turn on by itself and a weird blue figure will appear on screen dancing. I get a vague Eiffel 65 vibe from it, but I don't know if that's what they were going for. This Easter egg is a little rarer, and there's nothing players can do to find or make it happen, but occasionally when building a brick wall, one of the bricks might be replaced by a lawn gnome. It doesn't change or help anything, but it does seem to startle the heck out of players who stumble upon it. Some fans have realized there are several teddy bears scattered across the map that can be shot like enemies, though no one knows their real purpose. The bears are located on a tractor on the last bridge near Flush Factory and Fatal Fields. There's also one inside a blue house on the second floor in Salty Springs, on the second floor of the turquoise house in Pleasant Park, in the bathroom of a ramshackled home in Retail Row, and sitting on a chair outside just above Wailing Woods and just behind the ice cream truck. People have also found bears in Tilted Towers and sometimes in the pawn shop. Another creepy mystery is the singing girl in the woods. The child's singing has haunted numerous players, laughing and sometimes crying. Is it a ghost? Or maybe it's a trap. Littered around the map are no dancing signs. You can find them in Fatal Fields, Flush Factory, Retail Row, and many other places. Apparently, there are some people out there who don't enjoy Fortnite's wonderful dances. Battle Royale still has secrets to spill. As of March 2018, Eric Williamson confirmed that there were Easter eggs and surprises that no players had yet discovered. Whether that's a super rare spawn item, more references to past Epic games, or a map-specific item, Williamson's lips are sealed. You might be wondering, where's that island where people wait for the battle bus? Well, we have an answer. Spawn Island, as fans like to call it, is located just south-southwest of Flush Factory. It's not on the map, but you can still see it in the distance. There's actually no way to get to Spawn Island after the match starts. There have been several attempts to reach Spawn Island, such as building floors there or parachuting from the battle bus. However, the island is surrounded by invisible walls, preventing players from stepping foot. If you look up, there's an ominous comet in the sky, and fan speculation is running wild. Many think that this comet will hit Tilted Towers, further transforming the map. But only time will tell. So what did Epic Games do for Fortnite Battle Royale's April Fool's Day prank? They made Boogie Bomb victims jump higher and impulse grenades blast people farther away. I don't know, that seems a bit tame. Fortnite though? That was gold, and they didn't even respond to our impassioned letters. New year, new map. In January of 2018, Battle Royale's layout got a significant overhaul, with 7 new areas added to the west side and more substantial terrain differentiation for the individual biomes. That means swampier swamps and drier grasslands. Areas that were added in this update were Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, Snobby Shores, Tomato Town, Salty Springs, Shifty Shafts, and of course, Tilted Towers. In addition to biome changes and additional areas, the update also added small in-between areas. These areas have no name and are structured similar to small towns with buildings and what have you. And wherever there are buildings, there's bound to be loot. According to lead level designer Sydney Rauschberger, the team didn't want to just add buildings and call it a day. Instead, they wanted to add new elements to the map. Tilted Towers added much-needed verticality to maps, while Shifty Shafts was Epic's take on tight corner-to-corner play. Haunted Hills was originally a fan creation. Reddit user Blorfy drew up a map for a proposed location with 2 loot-filled haunted castles and a deep valley between them, calling it Haunted Hills. Epic Games responded directly, saying that they loved the name. However, the rolling hills and cemetery that ended up appearing in the game don't look anything like Blorfy's concept, though Epic never officially stated that they were inspired by the user other than the name. Fast forward to version 3.1 and Epic's added Lucky Landing. It was added on March 1st and was themed around Japanese and Chinese architecture. In February of 2018, the Epic team announced that they were going to start putting existing weapons into the vault, starting with the submachine gun. Epic assured players that vaulting didn't mean destroying or disappearing forever, saying that as the team added new weapons and consumables, they needed to ensure that the itemization balance wasn't messed up. Items put in the vault would likely rotate back out when the time was right. Of course, fans of the SMG immediately started arguing why the tactical and suppressed SMGs were trash and the beloved essentials should remain free. Prepare to see many variations on this discussion as Battle Royale continues. As of April of 2018, the SMG is back in play. At one point, Battle Royale had a weapon called the Zapatron. What was it? Well, it was an extremely accurate and powerful laser rifle, and it could down an opponent from a distance. Think like the Spartan laser from Halo. The Zapatron was a legendary item only available in supply drops, but it was taken out of the game and is currently unavailable as of the recording of this video. There were also smaller changes affecting weapons as well. Scoped reloads were once a thing in Fortnite. This feature allowed players to reload their scoped weapons while still looking through the scope, though anyone currently playing Battle Royale version 3.0 knows that you can't do that anymore. To rocket ride, it's as simple as pointing a rocket launcher at a teammate and firing away. If they time their jump right, they'll have smooth sailing across the map courtesy of a rocket. With the introduction of guided missiles to Fortnite, players have been using self-launched rockets to rocket ride. A slightly less dangerous variant is to ride the hydrant. Fire hydrants burst water when hit, and that flow is something any player can ride into the sky, whether it's getting away from or dropping onto an enemy. There's also hitching a ride on supply drop balloons. They can safely ride to the ground or end up utilized as a sniper vantage point for any players rushing to pick up the loot floating beneath. In January of 2018, Epic announced that their other free-to-play game, Paragon, would cease development, so Epic could focus more of their efforts improving Fortnite. While Paragon retained a loyal fanbase after Battle Royale's release, the game saw a steep drop in player count. Though Epic never said it was directly Battle Royale's fault, it isn't hard to connect the dots. Battle Royale was proven to be so wildly successful, Fortnite fans worried the game's Save the World mode would be next on Epic's hit list. Worry piled up after the Valentine's Day massacre, causing the holiday-themed event and update to undergo delays. Epic claimed it was due to a seasonal gold rollover issue, but fans grumbled it showed a lack of concern about rollouts for Save the World. While Save the World's updates have become worryingly sporadic, Epic reassured fans that they weren't getting rid of Save the World. However, the same was said for Paragon before its imminent shutdown. Then again, in February 2018's major music overhaul, Battle Royale got a few remixes, while Save the World got an entirely new soundtrack recorded with a live orchestra. The score was composed by Marco Beltrami, who worked on Logan and The Hurt Locker, and Pinar Toprak, who worked on the Justice League movie. Fortnite hit 1 million players the day of its launch and 10 million players in its first 2 weeks. That's the entire population of Sweden. Fortnite's success didn't sit well with their predecessor, PUBG. In September of 2017, Bluehole, the team behind PUBG, issued a public statement saying that they were contemplating further action against Epic for replicating the experience for which PUBG is known. Bluehole VPN executive producer C.H. Kim later confirmed that their issue wasn't with the Battle Royale game mode itself. Plenty of companies had released games with similar playstyles. The problem was Epic explicitly naming PUBG in their press materials, and that the similarities in gameplay and style went well beyond the fundamental mode of Last Man Standing. The latest addition to Battle Royale hidden objects are loot llamas, something plucked from Save the World and brought into the PvP. There seems to be a common fondness for the Peruvian beasts of burden. Maxis, the company behind the Sims series, was also continually sneaking llamas into everything. For every bushel of golden gamers, there's always a few bad apples, but with Battle Royale's wild popularity, cheating became a problem too big to ignore a mere week after the game's launch. Epic addressed the issue publicly, saying thousands received banishment with more wrongdoers to follow. The Fortnite team was cagey about how exactly they were finding cheaters so that none could figure out a workaround, but they did start rolling out account progression to give players something to lose if they decided to cheat. The more you played, the more rewards and loot you'd get, but get caught red-handed and it's all gone. That's one solution when the game itself is free. The other solution? Bring down the legal hammer. Hard. In October of 2017, Epic filed civil complaints against alleged associates of addicted cheats who sold $5 to $15 monthly subscriptions to their aimbotting services. Epic claimed that because creating the bots would mean reverse engineering Battle Royale's code, making and using the system broke both Fortnite's end-user license agreement and the Copyright Act. One of these complaints was filed against 14-year-old Caleb Rogers, aka Skyorbit, who went the extra mile of posting YouTube videos of exactly how he cheated. When Epic filed a YouTube takedown, instead of, admitting he was wrong, Caleb contested it, and that is when a new associate entered the scene: his mother. Caleb's mother, Lauren Rogers, argued that Epic's EULA wasn't legally binding for Caleb as he was underage, and that because the game is free, the no purchase occurred, so no license agreement was made. She asked the court to dismiss the case entirely, despite the fact that her son was a well-documented cheater. One lawsuit against Charles Jorelian Vraspier, who created 9 accounts to keep cheating, was settled for an injunction preventing him from producing, writing, developing, advertising, promoting, and/or distributing anything that infringed upon Epic's works. If Vraspier so much as tried it, each attempt would cost him a cool $5,000. Between December 2017 and January 2018, the number of people who downloaded Fortnite jumped from 30 million to 40 million, though Epic's not saying how many of those downloads are for Battle Royale versus Save the World. The system's experienced a couple of outages and issues with new account creation and logins in March 2018. While the teams worked fast to correct it, it's part of the growing pains of such rapid expansion. The game nearly grew too big for its britches. In February of 2018, Battle Royale hit an all-time high of 3.4 million concurrent players. The overwhelming number of players caused the service outage, which Epic detailed on their website. The situation prompted Epic to request anyone with domain expertise to contact them. Battle Royale's meteoric growth was overwhelming to Epic. They needed help scaling the game for it. On the final day of the San Francisco Game Developers Conference in March of 2018, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds creators Brendan Green said that he was happy Fortnite was expanding a genre he helped create. He joked that Battle Royale game developers don't need to compete in real-life fight-to-the-death bouts. Instead, he wanted to work on supporting the growth of the Battle Royale genre. Ironically, PUBG remains accused of killing Green's previous project, H1Z1, and Green noted that H1Z1 had a similar effect on Arma 3, a game he created mods for. Battle Royale recently had a celebrity rumble that broke Twitch's non-tournament viewing record. Favorite Twitch streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins teamed up to play with rapper Drake, and later on singer-rapper Travis Scott and Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver JUJU Smith-Schuster joined the team. At the stream's peak, over 635,000 viewers tuned in, breaking the previous record of over 388,000 held by Dr. Disrespect's anticipated return to streaming. Alas, records are meant to be broken, and 2 weeks later, on March 2015, Spanish YouTube star El Rubius OMG, or Alex Rubens as he's known in real life, hosted an event where he brought in over 1.1 million viewers of his own. Now, this wasn't without the help of others. 99 others, in fact. The 99 other players in Rubens' stream were other YouTubers, some even hosting live streams of their own. Though that doesn't mean that Battle Royale can't hold its own on YouTube. YouTube's head of gaming content, Ryan Wyatt, tweeted on March 26th that Fortnite now holds the record for most videos related to a video game uploaded in a single month ever. And that same day, a Battle Royale tournament set a new record for 1.1 million concurrent viewers on a single live gaming stream. The Battle Royale design team considers the game to have 4 play modes: solo, duo, squad, and limited time. Solo's pretty self-explanatory. Duo is what the team calls couch co-op, where 2 players can hang and play a match together. Squad is similar to other games' team versus team setting, but its limited time modes are where the team can go wild. To keep gameplay fresh, Fortnite's introduced all sorts of different limited time modes that change up gameplay. Some modes split everyone into 2 teams of 50 or 5 groups of 20. Blitz modes became reserved for shorter games, and something the team recently mentioned in a blog post is called "The Floor is Hot Lava." One of the biggest player requests for Battle Royale is vehicles. Williamson said their map is small enough and there's enough time to get around that vehicles aren't really necessary for gameplay, though. On March 15th of 2018, Epic began rolling out Battle Royale on iOS, though it was only available through invitation with no official word on a broader release. Epic emphasized the gameplay, content, map, and weekly updates are identical to the PC and console versions. If you sign up for an account through Epic, you can even carry over all of your stats cross-platform. On April 2nd, 2018, Fortnite Mobile became officially available to all on iOS. One of the more interesting choices that Epic's made to Fortnite Mobile iOS is that many of the game's audio cues are represented visually. That may be because phone players are more likely to have their sound off or to be surrounded by other noise while on the go. Other minor tweaks include automatic door opening and weapon pickup, and a slight graphics downgrade, but the game looks good for what it is. Gameplay is currently touchscreen only, using a virtual joystick to move and dragging the screen to look around. Everything else can be performed via on-screen buttons. For now, Bluetooth controllers aren't enabled, but Epic does have plans to bring them online soon. Players are jonesing to play wherever they go. In the first week since the iOS release, mobile analytics firm Sensor Tower estimated Epic made as much as $1.5 million from the iOS port. Android users will have to look on in envy, as the firmest statement Epic made about the game coming out for the platform was that it would appear, quote, in a couple of months. Like its console and PC counterparts, Fortnite Mobile has its fair share of cheaters. Some players are using emulation software to play Fortnite Mobile with a mouse and keyboard, giving them a significant advantage over their touchscreen opponents, which, doesn't that defeat the purpose of the game being mobile? So what does the future hold for Battle Royale? One thing the design team said they're not working on is a new map. Yet. David Spolinski, the lead level designer, stated that development on a new map wouldn't happen until the team feels like they've done everything they could to make the existing map better. They won't move on to a new map unless the current one wasn't meeting the needs of players. Features that are coming include 60 FPS mode options for all consoles, better squad communication, and the ability to queue another match just straight from the death screen instead of having to go back to the main menu. Rumors of the 50v50 mode have been swirling around the internet. The mode seems to be on its way back with a few differences, such as multiple battle buses delivering teams on opposite sides of the map. And to bring new Fortnite players into the fold with as little pain as possible, Epic's just started offering a $4.99 starter pack that includes a cosmetic backpack, 60 in-game V-Bucks, and an exclusive Rogue Agent player skin. Jumping into the fray has never been easier. And finally, Unreal Engine 4 was created mostly with the intent to help Fortnite's development. Once again, I'm Jacob, and thanks for watching 107 Facts about Fortnite Battle Royale. Did we miss anything? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to click the bell icon to become part of our notification squad, and if you like getting more from your games, subscribe to the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.